Hi guys, it's me Parker. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be individual sign readings for the week of July 20th to the 26th. And same as last time, I'm just going to go with whatever comes out first, disregarding any signs I've already done. When I started this reading, I felt a major need to ground and clear the energy. So definitely needing to connect with nature. And it was funny because I do clear out the energy in between readings. So I kind of wanted to do that anyway, but the need, like, I actually didn't even make it to sit down, and I had to ground myself on the spot. As soon as I went to sit down and really start it, and I had the thought, maybe this is connected to the reading, and I felt energy shoot up through my foot here. So yeah, definitely get out in nature, touch the earth. Water's great for that. Incense, you can clear energy with sage as well too. But just be careful, do some research. Just because I know there are types of sage out there and mixes of sage that clear. I don't use sage a lot myself. I prefer energetic grounding. I will if I have to. Libra. And your energy's been coming out a lot. There's a lot of balance coming in right now. So we'll see what that's speaking to, but you guys, your energy came out really heavily in the Scorpio reading. And I just saw the Tower again, which is their card, and it was the card that I pulled to start their reading. So, I'll see if I can remember at the end to tell you if this is, if it's related or not. But you might want to check out the Scorpio reading. Right when I said that, the Page of Swords, he is the looker in the deck. He looks, right? I'm curious. So I would definitely check out the Scorpio reading just because there was so much Libra. There was Libran energy, especially Moon in Libra came out quite prominently. Speaking of the Moon, Cancer, right? I'm just getting confirmation. That was the primary message in the... Definitely check out the Scorpio reading, you guys. Especially if you're dealing with a Scorpio. You have Scorpio in your chart, as well as Taurus. Taurus is coming out really big in there. I haven't done the Taurus reading as well, but if you're dealing with a Scorpio or a Taurus, and you're a Libra, definitely, or you have either of those in your chart, especially Moon in Libra, I would check out the Scorpio reading for sure. Definitely. Yeah, check it out. Confirmation, gotta love that, right? Alright, so could also be dealing with a Cancer. We have the Cancer new moon at the time this is being posted, so everyone's being very heavily affected by Cancer right now, and we are moving into Leo season, so yeah. So Libra, what's up with my Librans? Okay. What was I just saying? This came out in the Scorpio reading as well as this. The Death card did feature prominently as well, but not from this deck. And we didn't have the Three of Wands come out. So this is definitely the end of a cycle here. Big time. This is coming together in celebration, so this might be coming in for you guys after this death energy here. We'll clarify that. But death is always rebirth as well. And this is cycles, major cycles, right? It's almost like this world energy is looking at the death card there to wait. It's like a new cycle waiting to open up, just itching to get going until this process is done here. So we'll clarify that. Nine of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Okay. Yeah, Gemini energy coming through here. The Knight of Cups is wish fulfillment. And this is a very quick moving knight in communication particularly. So that's very nice. It's like moving into wish fulfillment. That could be what's coming in with this Three of Wands and this new cycle energy here. I would say definitely check out the Scorpio reading. The Sun, Leo, we are heading into Leo season. And here's that movement. Interesting. There's more of that movement. So heavy movement there, like I was just saying with the Knight here. Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands with the World. Indicative of travel, very indicative of travel. And then this is just abundance and stability. Happy family, family. Starting a family. It's kind of screaming starting a family. Big time here. That's funny, my camera just glitched out right when I said that. Definitely confirmation for some of you. Definitely with that. And there's that movement. Yeah, there's that movement. Alright. So, let's look at this death energy here. This transformational scorpionic energy. What's the world waiting for here? Complacency. Could be getting complacent about wrapping something up here. For sure. Death with the World. One more. Death with the World. I don't know why I'm being drawn to like skin and bones. Vanity. I saw that 3 times. 3 times. When I was shuffling, I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to come out, but interesting. Soulmate. Seeing a soulmate with his third eye there. Miracle. Interesting. This came out in, I think, the Aries reading. Can't remember now. Okay, so the death of vanity. That's kind of you guys I'm seeing here, because it's like that. Remember how I was like, the world is like looking at this death process, like, are you done yet here? Are you gonna close this out so we can start this new cycle here? And with vanity coming out, with this 9 of Cups energy, that can be a very smug energy. Smug ass energy there. Vain. If you guys are wanting, that could just be what's holding you back, is you're not ready to give up your independence. You don't want to commit to a family situation yet, or maybe getting the message that some of you may have found out that you're expecting, or your partner's expecting, and it's here, it's happening, but you're not quite ready for it yet. You don't want to let go of that, you know, being in service to yourself, being looking out for you, but we'll see. Definitely, this could be heading into Leo season. This could be really taking off for you, because we do have the World, which is Leo energy here, with the Sun. And it's funny because I felt I was going to say like something, when I mentioned moving from Cancer into Leo, I was almost going to say something about like happy birthday to Leos, and I was like, this is not a Leo reading, so I don't know why I would say that. There's Leo energy here, so you could have Leo placements. person you're dealing with could have Leo placements, 3 of Wands, or this could be coming in for you during Leo season. Waiting energy here. We're having a lot of that right now in retrograde. Ooh, the Lovers and the Empress. Interesting. Yeah, definitely check out the Scorpio reading because, like I said, that featured very heavily in the Scorpio reading. There's also a lot of Geminian energy coming out right now. So you could definitely be dealing with a Scorpio or have it in their chart or your chart. There's Libran energy, or that's you guys, sorry. That is you guys, the Empress. Sorry, I got thrown off by the whole Scorpio, you guys featuring so heavily in their reading. And there's a lot of Gemini here as well. So Scorpio, Gemini and Leo for sure. The Lovers and the Empress. The Empress is not a vain energy. Again, heavy pregnancy vibes, you guys. Heavy starting a family, deciding maybe your partner wants to start a family and you're really struggling with it, meeting them halfway in that energy there. That 4, maybe you've been sitting on it for a long time. And, you know, there is an element here of overindulging maybe. In putting this off, you've been slipping into vices. There's the Empress again. Definitely watch the Scorpio reading if this is resonating for you. There's an opposite kind of thing happening with this reading because the message in that one was all about shifting your focus back to yourself, and this seems to be the opposite here. Message, which is very interesting, about shifting away from focus on oneself. Very interesting energy. The Lovers with the Empress, please. The Lovers with the Empress. This is kind of sad, and then with that kind of can be overindulging energy, that smug energy that's coming out on that night there. Definitely an end to that with that 8 of Wands is the underlying energy of the whole reading movement after being stagnant. There's the Sun again. So heavy fertility vibes, heavy fertility vibes. I'm just getting moving into that right now and not wanting to give up on that yet, but there is a soulmate involved here and a miracle, which screams child. If you're not wanting a child, definitely. And again, this could have already happened, you guys, and it's making you very confused and want to slip back into like, I'm not ready for that, and in doing so, you're slipping into very self-indulgent ways here. Clarify this night, okay, wisdom. That, again, and see, that just flew out, you guys, definitely, like, very similar energy here, but it's, like, opposite. It's almost like a progression energy of, like, maybe someone in the other reading, it was needing to call those pieces back to yourself, but in this reading, it's almost saying, it's almost the other end of that energy spectrum when that process is done, maybe indulging too much focus on the self, getting too used to that, and now there's a situation here requiring, yeah, there's guilt on the bottom as well, and someone's drinking in the background here. So definitely, this is definitely related to the energy from the Scorpio reading for sure. This might actually, if you're dealing with a Scorpio or someone with Scorpio or potentially Taurus in their chart, because there's a lot of that, you may be perceiving them this way. You may be perceiving that they should feel guilty for putting so much focus on themselves. So definitely I would watch that reading. Seems connected for sure. Clarify this Knight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, please. Wisdom. There's that Five of Cups again. Very similar, very, very, very similar to the other reading. And I swear I shuffled these cards. I can't even make this up, you guys. I couldn't even fake it if I tried to. There's that Five of Cups again. It just might be that whoever this person is has really had to withdraw. And you're perceiving them as being very vain and smug. And one thing I was going to say in the Scorpio reading that I never got around to, that I forgot to. Wheel of Fortune, that's nice. And to keep in mind, when that Queen of Wands came out in the Scorpio reading, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make it all about them. I just definitely think you guys need to watch that reading. Because that might be the person that you're dealing with. Or this could be vice versa, and this is how your partner is perceiving you. When the Queen of Wands came out at the end, I was definitely getting, I kind of wanted to say, like, careful with how you communicate this so you don't come off as smug or self-serving. And one thing, again, family came out really, with the family element here, there was with the Empress and the Page of Cups that came out in the Scorpio reading, I was saying that, and again, not to detract away from your guys' reading, but I really feel this is the other side of the story that I was picking up on here. And there was so much Libran energy coming out in their reading. So this is definitely related as far as I'm concerned. There was, in that reading, there was a message about kids and having to focus on oneself and filling one's own cup back up, right? And in order to do that, somebody may have to spend more time focusing on themselves and less time focusing on the kids. Maybe if your kids are your entire freaking life and your family is your entire freaking life, they could perceive you as vain for, getting into that Empress state. That's you guys. That's your major arcana there, filling your cup back up. Because this is loss, right? She's only got that one cup left. And it's full in this deck, or in this card, but in the other reading, it was all about filling that cup up. And then there's that fine line of doing that without slipping into this overindulgence energy. So I will definitely be linking this reading to them as well, because when we start to focus on self, it can be easy to step into overindulgence, especially once we get that time away from the family here. So some of you, this is just how you're being perceived, or you're perceiving your partner. For some of you, this person actually is, remember how I was saying the world is looking at this death process, like, are you done your transformation yet? Just be careful not to slip into vain, smug energy in trying to heal, right? Because there is that element of guilt underneath there. Two of Wands. Obligations, looking at obligations here. There's that Queen of Wands again. That Seven of Wands being defensive, so with that smug energy, and that guilt, right? Somebody could be very guilty and lashing out in defensiveness if they're approached about this situation. That's why that person's like, I don't really know if I want to say anything about this, right? And there was a lot of throat chakra stuff that was coming out at the end of that reading as well. I think this is a mutual situation. There's that Nine of Cups as well. So filling your cup up too much, it can be a fine line. And I don't mean to confuse you guys, but really check yourselves on that, because this type of abundance that's coming in with this Sun and this Ten of Pentacles, especially if there's an expectant mother in the picture here, it can verge between, there is a line where, it can slip into self-indulgence at some point there, right? Clarify the Sun with the Ten of Pentacles, please. Sun with the Ten of Pentacles. Three of Wands, okay, yeah. That's that maybe feeling like you're having to give something up here with that stability. I'm getting heavy pregnancy off this. If you don't want that, please don't be, indulgent in that sense of the word. Sun with the Ten of Pentacles, please. Ten of Wands, feeling burdened. Queen of Swords on the bottom. You could also be cutting someone like this out. Clarify the Ten of Wands. The Three of Wands. Oof. Headache. It's like being overwhelmed by family life, needing to get away. Remember how I said travel? Travel, right? Wanting to travel away. Ten of Wands, please, with the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. Page of Swords, looking at a decision here. The Lovers again. The Lovers again, a decision. Looking at a decision. So if someone is coming into a pregnancy, they're trying to decide if they're ready for that. There's that Nine of Pentacles, single, and the 8. 6, so soul connections. With this as well, that is soul connections and commitments, obligations, right? Could be to children, could be to children. Please watch the Scorpio reading if this is resonating. Because it could be guilt about having to drop a situation involving children if you're not a parent or expecting yourself here. And that could be what is really plaguing you guys here about this loss energy, is feeling guilt about having to fill up your own cup here. I'm picking up on a couple storylines here. Someone indulging too much could be related to filling their cup up from that other reading, working on themselves, or not wanting to give that up. They feel they're not ready for this ultimate stability in a family situation yet. Really looking at a decision. This is speaking to some of you possibly considering an abortion here, whether to keep this pregnancy. This is putting work into self-worth here. So again, straddling that fine line between self-worth and self-indulgence, right? Speaking to that big time. And I'm sorry, you guys, as I'm getting more comfortable with reading for other people and reading, with the readings, I'm getting more and more different storylines coming in. And I think it's also partly because more people obviously are watching my channel right now than, the first video I did where literally it was brand new and no one really was watching my stuff here. A happy family life, finding magic in the little things here. The little things, little ones, Yeah, children, this is just screaming children, either walking away from an obligation that involves children, or hanging on to, your independence because you feel you're not ready for a family yet, or, coming into a pregnancy here. Final piece of advice. Final piece of advice here, please. Speak your mind with confidence. Professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations here. So balancing that your mental I'm not sure, that confidence, right? Dipping into like professional advice here, seeking help. Seeking help, especially if drinking specifically, but vices in general, is becoming an issue for some of you guys. Because I am definitely seeing that as a progression of the other energy, and the two seem to be very intertwined here. Diplomatic, so diplomacy. And here's the Queen of Wands coming out again, so very connected to the other reading. Don't underestimate yourself. Independence and creativity here. Yeah. All right, guys. So, this is very awesome energy to be coming into. And it just feels like someone's very burdened and overwhelmed by this. So planning a family with someone, maybe your partner's been waiting on that. And you're kind of biding your time because you don't feel like you're ready. If you are worried about that, there's cards talking about confidence. Both these cards say confidence on there, so don't be worried about that unless you're like 16 or something. Then that's a different story where you might need professional advice. But yeah, you guys, just careful with the indulgence if that's what you're doing to kind of stave off this moving into stability. And if this is your partner, they could be filling their cup back up. All right, take care, guys.